What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Giovanni Ortiz. I am from New York, Lower East Side, Manhattan.
My name is Romina. I'm from New York, Midtown actually. And that's it. Yeah.
What deck are you competing with in this tournament and why did you choose this deck?
The deck that I chose to play with is Shadow Paladins. The archetype is Revengers. I chose this deck because after a while of playing Liberators, I decided to switch up because everybody's known for what deck style they play with. So I decided to try something out new. And the more I got to play with it, the more encouraged I felt to play with. So I'm actually satisfied, and I thought to myself, this is the deck I want to play for the regionals for this upcoming year, which I did.
The deck that I used was Dark Irregulars because it's just something I, identify with because I really like that deck and because of the big numbers it gives me. So, yeah.
What is your opinion on this year's tournament and how does it compare to last year's tournament or any other regional tournament you had entered before?
The tournament that I had just recently played was a little bit more, not easier, but more, what's the easy word to say? I want to say comfortable. Just for the fact that in most of the other tourneys before, I would be more fidget, I want to say. More like just going in excited, nervously. It would just be like a little wreck at first. But the more I've been playing the tournaments, the more I've been going to the regionals, I become more steady and I become more understanding of what I'm going against and have an understanding towards every deck. Towards every other regional that I played before, this has actually been really comfortable towards me and everything that we've been settling for, especially with my team and how much we've been working on for this tournament especially.
I just like this tournament because it was in a hotel and it was like smaller than last year's. Last year's was like massive and now it's like, I don't know, more cozy up with people. I like that in tournaments.
If you could choose where the next New York regional tournament will be held, where or what place do you believe it should be held in?
For the place that I would love to see the next regional in, well, first I would love to see it in New York itself. Specifically, I really would love to say Midtown, because a lot of places in Midtown is really like comfortable to be in. You got a lot of food court areas. A lot of the Vanguard community, they're actually all over New York, but to get to Midtown would actually be really easy and simpler for most of the community card fight players because simply it's all a train ride for one of them. Me, it would just be a bus, so that would be so much easier on my end. If it had to be anywhere specific, I would love to see this, but to see them play in Madison Square Garden, that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
You're thinking big.
I am.
I would say Midtown, yeah, as well. I mean, I live there, but not only because it's comfortable in the sense, it's like around Times Square and all that, people have more access to get to that place specifically, and they know how to get here. Whereas we're in Albany right now, and half of these people don't know how to get around, and like people get late and whatnot, and it's pretty difficult to get here. So Midtown would be an awesome place to be at.
What do you believe makes New York a great area for playing card fight events?
What I believe makes a great community for this car fight to be in New York is the simple fact that a lot of people knows how to simply get along from one another. They actually understand the car prices, they understand the idea of car competitive, and to simply understand that when you want to go for something that you really like, you have a lot of people that will actually join you because they want to see themselves what is the true idea for this card game. And for simply the fact that a lot of the card fighters, they actually bonded through other card games, it was really simple for everybody to join this card game because simply it was new. So everybody got a chance to try it out. Whenever they got to try out whatever was new, they got to expand it with their friends, and it kept going forward. With that being said, it became more simple and simple. That's how I got my team started.
I just think it's the diversity, like the amount of different players over there. It's like there's a whole different demographic over there of, players. So people have different ways of thinking, and I just think it has more access to people, because there's a lot of people who go to New York. So it opens more doors for people to get introduced to the game.
Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Love to give a shout out to all the friends back at New York City where they're all just playing comfortably. Last thing I really would like to say is I really am appreciating this car fight community, and the more stronger it's getting, I love to see more car fight players. The more we get, the more sponsorship, it gets even better. And I'm really just happy towards everything. Thank you very much for everything, and thank you for letting me have this time to talk with you guys.
I just want to say that, like, this is my first card game I've ever done, and I just want to say it's amazing. And, like, shout out to all the card fighters out there, every single one of them, especially girls. I'm not trying to be all sexist with it, but just, like, girls that play this, because not a lot of girls play this, and I'm just, like, I love the girls that do. So shout out to all of you. Thank you.